have been called obsessive by one of my running friends when they heard that I was planning food, but I think that's more, I don't know, common sense than too obsessive. I do think that running has made me a lot more aware of the foods that I eat, because I learnt, after I got quite serious about running, about different properties that food has and how those sort of particular foods could help sort of benefit your performance. So that's been interesting. I tend to plan like a week in advance, so I'll know that on a certain day I'm going out for a long run, so the night before I would make a kind of carb-based meal, like a rice or pasta dish. I would summarise my diet as being fairly balanced, mostly veg-based and mostly homemade.
I think my diet's quite varied, very healthy. I do like my own sort of fresh cooking, so I do tend to cook from scratch and just make sure it is healthy and quite balanced. But I do like baking as well. To make is banana muffins, but I soak the bananas in coffee, so you've got a little bit of a kick there as well. And I normally put some chia seeds into the mix, so great, just covering all food bases, but also I just find that it's quite appealing. It's quite nice when you know you've got that little treat in your bag. I do have quite a healthy diet, and so I do know what's the right foods, what's the wrong foods, and I just think as long as you've got a colourful diet, then you're covering most food groups. After a long run, in those couple of days afterwards, I'll make sure that the bias is more on the proteins, stir fries, adding nuts to it.
We eat reasonably healthy at home. Wife's vegetarian, automatically means we eat healthy most of the time. I don't do anything specific. I tend to eat more stuff and more junk just because of the pure fact that I figure I'll go out and burn it off. Sweets and caffeine are my downfalls. When I started in New Zealand, Joels were quite big over there, actually for mountain biking when I started that. So I've carried that forward, and then it's just finding how often to use them, when to use them, which types work.